What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the All About the Data podcast. What I think is 4, 3, 2, 1. Which one is it? Somebody help me out here.
Episode 3.
Episode 3.
Yeah.
Wait, no, this is episode 4.
Oh, it's episode 4. Oh, yeah, because
because my 2 is 3. Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, then we got so much episodes. We done got lost in the sauce, y'all, but we're going to get it right. Y'all already know all about the data. Today's sequel, Saturday launch. By the time y'all hear this, it'll probably be the 3rd or the 4th. But y'all already know what it is. We got a special guest and we got a new host, Lucky Jones, in the building. Lucky,
hi, everybody.
Right before we get started. Introduce yourself right quick, Lucky.
Sure. My name is Lucky. I am the newest host of the podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Live Love Lucky, and I am excited to connect with everybody.
Awesome. So y'all already know we got Quant King J. We got Shanice Evans in the building. Y'all already know how we do it, man. All about the data. You know, we get turned up on this podcast. We won't keep it boring. We talk about data and we talk about turning up all at the same time. We're going to let Shanice introduce our guest real quick with the bio, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Let's go.
Yes. So everybody, we have Ochuwa. She is a project manager and a Scrum Master. She enjoys delivering small and big scale software projects while leading and facilitating Scrum teams. In the past 3 years, she has majored and worked as a UX designer, a technical and content copywriter for a handful of technical companies and personal businesses. She has a passion for teaching a Scrum framework to orgs that are open to introducing Scrum into their systems. Outside of the tech world, she enjoys daily doses of binge watching K-dramas and anime and going out for dinner with her girlfriends and vacay getaways.
Ooh, anime. I ain't never watched anime, but I see everybody talk about anime.
Some serious life lessons in anime.
Yeah, you know, I'm late. But Ochuwa, welcome to the All About the Data podcast. Even though you're talking about Scrum, data is everywhere and everything. So go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. Let them know what's going on.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am super hyped to be here. Again, my name is Ochuwa. I am a project manager and Scrum Master here in Lagos, Nigeria. And it's actually afternoon here, no morning. So it's lovely to meet everyone.
Awesome. Shout outs to Nigeria, man. Heavy in the Discord everywhere. Much love to Nigeria. So go ahead and just tell us a little bit about, your past, kind of like how you led up to where you at right now.
Oh, okay. That's a very long story.
No, keep it short. That's all. Just summarize it up. Do what they call it, the mission, not the mission statement, the hypothesis, I think.
Synopsis.
Right.
Synopsis. Y'all know I ain't going to school. Don't believe me.
All right. I first heard about tech. That was like 2017 to 18. And while I was in school at the time, I had a lot of friends that were programmers. And here in Nigeria, how we knew about tech then was you got to code. You got to learn how to code. You got to learn Python or Java. And so I was so hyped on the trend and I wanted to get in ASAP. But that didn't work out. I tried. I actually went for an internship for 6 months, trying to learn HTML and CSS. And it was quite a journey, but I later on found that it was not for me. From there, I kind of forgot about tech entirely because the only reason I joined at first was the hype. So moving on to 2020, I got into real estate. Before then, I was running my own personal business and I would run businesses and basically create communities for entrepreneurs and other business owners. So getting into real estate was just like a step towards being more social and interacting with more people. And yeah, I was in real estate for 2 years stops, and it was quite a journey until I found my way back to tech. And I am actually really glad I found my way back to tech because real estate was not for me. It was for me, but it was not for me. The money was good and all, but generally, I needed a stable career, a more stable lifestyle, and tech was just it. I did more research this time. I didn't just go for the hype and because everybody say, you're gonna get 6 figures. And in Nigeria, that's a big deal if you're earning US dollars. So I went in really wanting to know and really wanting to have a career in tech. And that's how I found project management, which led me eventually to Scrum. So yeah, that's what my journey as a project manager and Scrum Master eventually started.
Awesome. That's what's up. From real estate to project management to Scrum. That's what it is. So I actually took a Scrum course too back in I think it was October time. And I had no idea what Scrum was. So we gonna hop right into it. In your own words, can you describe what the Scrum Master do? What does a Scrum Master do?
Okay. My own words, not the textbook. Scrum Master is someone who helps like a company deliver quality products by using the Scrum framework. So they facilitate teams and lead teams to deliver quality products, complex products, at a short period of time or faster or with better quality. That's my own words. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so it's not really project management per se, but it's like just facilitating.
Yeah, I would say project management is more project centered. As a project manager, you're more concentrated on delivering the project within scope, within budget, and all time. But Scrum is more team and people oriented. We're more focused on how to make our team work better, how to make their life easier, and at the same time, still keeping the organization values in mind to deliver those projects. So,
okay,
like a mix between HR and project management.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Y'all are like the middle child, basically. Like, I'm the one in charge. Y'all gotta listen to me.
Not the middle child.
It's like, like this the project manager, this the Scrum Master, and this the team. Like, you can't cross that bridge without the Scrum Master. That's what it's like.
Right.
Okay, got you. So I know you said you did real estate. You hopped into coding. Like when I think of coding, when I was a kid, I used to feel like I was going to be a scientist, just like looking at the blackboard with the little green words floating down the screen. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, that's why when I think about coding, I think about that. I'm like, dang, I would have, you feel me? Like, I would turn up doing that.
Jeremiah watched too much of The Matrix.
I was going to say The Matrix.
Dexter's Laboratory.
I'm going to have fun with Python. I'm trying to tell you, when we get into Python and R, feel me? Once I tackle SQL, that's why we got SQL Saturdays, so I can tackle SQL. Y'all already know me and SQL beefing, but I'm about to win this time. I'm gonna win this round. But let's hop back into it. So you said that you did coding and stuff. So what made you choose Scrum out of all the 150,000 positions in tech that make 6 figures? Because you make 6 figures doing, and like people inbox me, they're like, yeah, man, I want to get into tech and I want to make 6 figures. I'm like, well, you know what you want to do? You can make 6 figures anywhere. In any part of tech. So what made you choose Scrum?
My first choice was project management, but this hashtag caught my attention: bored but paid. That was a big deal for me. First time I heard about it, I was like, somebody preach, because I want to grow in my career, but at the same time, it can get really tiring as a project manager. You're overseeing so much at once. Multiple projects, sometimes multiple projects at the same time, and you're managing so many people. I wanted a balance, and I found out Scrum was the balance. I didn't necessarily have to be under pressure that, I got to deliver this project. The client is going to be mad at me. What am I going to say to the client during the next meeting? But I could just concentrate on my team's efficiency, and that was like just enough for me. And personally, I've always been passionate about people, community. So I feel like I'm my best, or I'm at my highest when I can impute to people rather than things, if that makes sense. So right. Yeah, it just put me like real quick, and I was like, Scrum is it. I feel that
way. Got you. Okay, that makes sense. So you feel like as a Scrum Master, basically you do less work than a project manager per se?
But I don't want to be that way.
I'm just saying, because you said the project manager deal more so with the client or the stakeholders, as y'all say. We're gonna use y'all lingo, the stakeholders. We ain't gonna say client. You know, when I go in interviews, like I used to say, oh yeah, I did this for that person. And now I go in there and I say stakeholders, and it just like it changed the whole conversation. Like, yeah, you know a little something, you know what's going on.
That's not because you know stakeholders.
Yeah, you done been around the tech world. But so that's interesting though, that you chose Scrum. And Scrum is like a framework, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's a framework. Okay, cool. So we gonna hop it over to Quant King J.
Right. If you don't stop saying my name like that. King J is nice, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a calm soul. Thank you very much.
No, that would be boring though. We gotta hype it up. You feel me?
I'm gonna just whisper into it like, "This is Quan King J. You are now tuned in to All About the Data podcast."
Not you caressing the mic like that.
What they say? 106 in the AM.
I was about to say that's the late night radio
Sunday
show
night slow jams.
Late night data jams. Oh shoot! So Ochuwa, it sounds like you're it sounds like you're sort of like a mental health counselor for like tech and things like that, like a mix of self-care and mental health for the workers. So I know that you're dealing with people, and people have different personalities. So sometimes it could be hard to mix and, you know, basically fit everybody's needs in place and get everybody synchronized. So what do you think are the most challenging aspects of being a Scrum Master?
You kind of already said the problem, said the challenge. I think for me, it was people. Should I say I'm a very social person? I can be social when I want to, but and I've worked around people, but mostly clients. But having to work with my teammates, and I came into a company. I work for a startup, a tech startup. They have systems, but not the Scrum systems. So I was basically coming and introducing it like from scratch. No one has heard about Scrum. No one knew what the hell was a sprint planning, you know, a sprint. So I really had it. It was really hard for me. So it was just getting people to come with the idea. People don't like change. You know, like when they're used to a system, they don't want to change that because it's working for them. And then you have to make them see the value in this new system, because like, why should I change? If this is working or I feel it's working, why should I go with what you're saying? And that's where the wisdom comes in, because the thing with Scrum is, if you tell people what to do, they're not going to do it. They'll look you dead in the eye and be like, I ain't going to do it. I'm comfortable here. You can't make me. And the thing with Scrum is you really can't make them change.
Yeah.
The best way I was able to combat that was to lead by example. So you have to influence without actually instructing. That's where servant leadership comes into place. So they see you do, they see the results from what you do, and they can tell for themselves. You know, when they can see results, like, okay, this is cool, this is fine. And I think one area that really caught everyone's attention, I was really able to drag my team along, was when I implemented Jira into the Jira software into our day-to-day activity. And then at first they were complaining about the Scrum meeting, but like Jira incorporated with the Scrum meetings, and I would use Jira as an excuse to get everyone together for meetings. And before you know, everybody just went along with it. And now it's like, they would be calling me and be like, we're supposed to have meetings this morning. We need to know where we are on the backlog. We need to check this and that. So yeah, that's basically getting people to actually adapt to change. It's not quite easy.
Oh, that's what's up. I'm about to intercept right quick, and I ain't talking about a football player.
I don't know why all your jokes so funny to me. I thought that was hilarious.
You just got a full belly laugh. Boy.
Oh man, nah, dang. See, the joke that made me forget what I was about to say. Dang it. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So, like, would you say, kind of just piggybacking off his question real quick, would you say that was it like more difficult in the beginning and it started to get easier as you trained them, or is it still just difficult all across the board?
I would not say it gets easier. It doesn't, honestly. Because there's always new problems that's going to arrive. There's always new things to adapt. And the thing with being a framework is that there is no laid out plan. If this happens, you got to do this. We have guides guiding us, but everything is always new. There's always a new problem. Even the problem that seems familiar, there's always something new behind it. So it doesn't get easy. I'm not I'm not gonna lie to you, it doesn't get easy. You basically have to adapt every single step for every single project at every single time. So
got you. Well, for all the upcoming Scrum Masters out there, you already heard what the challenges is. So make sure you get your mind, body, and soul prepared for the challenge. We'll let Quant King J continue and take over. I just had to intercept for that quick moment.
Might have to consider being a Scrum Master. It sounds like my type of vibe.
I was just about to say that. That sounds like you need an intentional morning.
Hold on. You have to master the Scrum before you can become a Scrum Master.
Okay, I didn't laugh at that one, but that's all
right. You must be Scrum. Okay, Yoda, I got you. Oh my gosh. So Ochuwa, so what do you think, if you could sum up 3 characteristics that will make a good Scrum Master?
Good question.
Sound like you just took something sour.
Yeah, I think the first thing I would say is being able to balance or fully understand servant leadership. Because people's idea of leadership is, I tell you what to do and you do it, and then again, it's kind of, I don't know I can't remember the word, but they kind of contradict each other. If you know the term servant and leader, they kind of contradict each other. So, and the idea of being a Scrum Master is to find a center where you can lead people, but at the same time, not lead them. So if you can,
psychology.
Yeah, exactly. So if you can really find that balance between being a servant and a leader, you do great things. I think that's what a true leader really is. And you get your team following you. Like if you tell them, let's go to the end of the world, they'll follow you there because they just trust that whatever you're saying is going to serve them. So I would say that is one of the characteristics. And another characteristic would be being patient and empathic. You come last. I'm gonna put that out there. Your feelings, your emotions, you come last. Like and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, especially if you that love people and love serving people. It's going to be something you're going to totally enjoy. Putting other people's needs and wants first. And really just basically that times you it's because of your system, things are working, but no one cares about that. What you should care about is that the systems are working. You don't look for the accolades. You let your team have it. You let them be the front man and they'll take all the claps and all the roses. And we are just happy being at the background and like, oh, at least they're winning, they're working. And that takes me to another characteristics. The ultimate goal is to make sure your team can manage themselves. Like, you need to be disposable and at the same time still need it. You get what I mean? A lot of contradiction. It's funny, yeah. But your team needs to be able to function when you're not around. They need to not need you, but at the same time, they need to need you and come to you when they have I still need you for advice on like, oh, we have this and this going on. We know we're doing well, but like, what's your inputs? Because they know ultimately you're like you said, a mentor. Your mentor showing them the way. So yeah, pretty much, I would say those are the three characteristics a good Scrum Master should have.
Okay. Most definitely. I definitely agree with that. Sound like a gentle queen or king.
Yeah, gentle giant for sure.
I know.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's good. See, that's why I know that I couldn't be a Scrum Master, because I work in customer service, and man, it's not the easiest thing.
If anything, you can. That's right up your alley.
Yeah, Joe,
Get your point across in the nicest way possible.
You lead about 2,000 people in the Discord, sir. You're like the shepherd of all.
Shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the moderators holding it down.
Yeah, shout out to them.
The moderators do keep Jamar in his head.
What I'm telling you, it's like my schedule went from 1 to like 10,000, and like what Drake said, 0 to 100 real quick.
Mm-hmm. Go on, Drake. Just don't start singing the song, please.
0 to 100 real quick.
With the ad-libs.
But yeah, see, that's how I know that I couldn't. But knowing Scrum is knowing the framework. Family, you be on point if you learn the framework. Scrum is in every environment, even in data. So you can say it's within the data ecosystem in a sense. There's so many different roles. You don't have to be a data analyst. You can be like me and be a digital marketer. Or you can.
Like, hi, I'm Bob.
You could be a project.
You just missing a sticker.
Shout out to the Bobs in the building. Shout out to the Bobs.
You could be a system admin like Font King J. Could be we gotta look at the data all the way. But kind of piggybacking off that question before we intercept to Lucky Jones. That's a famous person too. Y'all better Google her. Y'all playing.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Social anxiety has kicked in.
Okay. But Ochuwa, we appreciate you. We appreciate you coming on the All About the Data show. We should remix and to come out with the All About the Scrum show too. That'll be lit. But what is some things that you feel like helped you kind of build those characteristics that you just mentioned that you should have?
I think my experience in real estate, for one, and my experience with building communities. I've always had to interact with people. Like I said, I can be social when I want to. So, and I've always been interested in psychology in a way, like how do people think, why do they feel this way? And I just want, I would try to put myself in their shoes. So I think being that kind of person has ultimately helped me in my role, because there were times I really wanted to lose it. Like, there are situations where, when you're trying to pass a message, but you can't force it, because ultimately it's that choice, and you're just so frustrated. I remember a particular situation where some of my teammates were like, they don't need to be in the Scrum meetings. That it's a waste of the time. They need to sleep in, and the Scrum meetings usually hold by 9 a.m. And there were two in particular that were against it, but they were very important team members, and if they were not there, a lot of work would not be done, or a lot of message. So at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Like I'm trying to work here. Let me do my job. But then again, I had to really think from another perspective, like, what could I improve? What could I improve to make them find the Scrum meetings more appealing? And why do they even feel this way? Like they don't need the meetings because other people are ready to be there. So I had to really take it from that perspective. Like, my feelings were hurt, but then again, seeing it from that perspective, I was able to reach out to both team members, by the way, privately, and talk to them. That's another thing. Being able to communicate with people in their own language, because everyone is different and from different backgrounds. So being able to really communicate with them from their own place, from their point of view, it really changed everything. If you come in thinking you're going to pass the same message or one message in one language, you're going to reach just one person that understands that language. So you need to be able to speak everyone's language. And the fact that I've always been interested in people means that I had gained experience indirectly from interacting with so many people, clients, trying to convince them to get a house or like go with this project. And that really helps me. That really helps me in my role currently with my team. So, yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
Come through with the tips, then. Come through with it.
I'm doing a lecture.
I won't say we need those tips. You know, all those tips could be applied to any and every role. So, you know, y'all definitely take notes of that. I know I'm gonna double back on the replay and make sure I take my notes down. But we gonna bring out Lucky, the new host on the show.
You would think that it's not 9:30 in the morning, but it is.
Yeah, right.
No, that would be a good theme song to bring Lucky out to. It's Lucky.
That would not. I would have to get like I need like a
J-Mon, what type of drug you want, sir? I'm gonna need that.
He had y'all flight.
We are not the same. I'm a Martian. I'm always energetic.
Love that too.
Go on.
So I know we touched a little bit about the differences between a project manager and the Scrum Master, but what are some of the similarities?
Ooh, I like that one. Ooh, what's some of the similarities?
Lucky coming in hot. She ain't playing no games.
You're on mute. You're on mute, Ochuwa.
I think she's waiting for someone to stop talking.
Oh.
She might have had a little. She got a little intermission.
Intermission for the children.
Oh, the mic is on mute.
Oh wait, was she talking to us?
Yeah, the mic is on mute.
Oh,
there you go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Did
you hear the question?
No, I didn't get the question.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, so I know we touched on some differences between the project manager and the Scrum Master a little earlier, but what are some of the similarities between the two roles?
Similarities would be they both oversee the progress and success of a project. As much as the Scrum Master is team oriented, the idea of getting your team members to be efficient is so they can, do the work better and actually help with the success of the project. So they both help with the success of the project. They both mitigate leaks. They ensure that the team bonds and communicates well with each other. So yeah, that's pretty much. I think the team, the project, and mitigating risks are where they do come together to work together.
Okay. And then speaking of coming together, some of the things that you described sound like it would be actually beneficial in your personal life. So are there any practices, like as far as that you exhibit during work that you bring over into your personal life agenda?
Yes. I probably live, breathe, eat Scrum at this point. So I would say one of it would be visualizing my task lists. I start off each week with if I can show you around my room, there's basically sticky notes everywhere. So I always need to list out what I'm going to do. It just gives me a clear head and to be really able to focus and know what I'm going to do for the week. So I always have to write it out and if I'm not using sticky notes, I'm using Trello to jot down everything I have for the week. So I would say, to create a list and a visualized list is one. Secondly, prioritizing. I start out my week and asking myself this question: what are my 3 non-negotiables for the week? So no matter the long list of tasks I have, those 3 things I have to fulfill them by all means before the end of the week. So yeah, with prioritizing, my life is a lot organized because
I can imagine.
Yeah, it generally needs to start from me before I can actually teach Scrum to someone else and preach Scrum to someone. So yeah, I do incorporate those things into my life, and it's been good. It's been good.
What, you teach Scrum? Teach me some Scrum.
I feel like I'm listening to a philosopher. Just like Aristotle or something. I'm just getting all types of wisdom. I feel like I'm listening to the laws of human nature or something.
The Scrum laws of human nature. Shout out to Robert Greene. He dropped some good books too. Some good gems in his books. But quick question before we intercept to Shanice.
I'm waiting for the song.
Shanice, you were supposed to get your hands out for the past play.
I have no music to do it too.
We gotta come up with a theme song for Shanice. It's Shanice. Hey, she on the beat. Hey, she going next. Hey.
All right, don't let J-Bar start rapping. He can rap now, y'all.
Oh yeah, he can.
Go do a freestyle podcast one day. Have J-Mar just get on it.
What? For real, rap about data. It's the data, baby. It's the data, baby. You already know we all over the place, baby.
You knew he was gonna take it there. You knew.
But quick question though. So like, I know you're like a project manager and a Scrum Master, which is just lit. It's like, dang, you got like double powers. So you should get double pay too. But so for real, you got double what? Got double titles. I need double pay. If I'm be a project and like who I'm reporting to. I thought the Scrum report to the project manager. I'm reporting to myself. Or that's not how it goes. You like do Scrum Master. Do Scrum Masters report to project managers? Like, who does Scrum Master report to?
They do report to the project manager. They also work with the product owner as well to make sure that everything is in place. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Come through, Shanice, with the questions. Q&A session, y'all. It's going down.
Yeah. So, with everything you've been talking about so far, like this job seems very kind of stressful, but very taxing on yourself. So how do you describe like the work-life balance of a Scrum Master?
Dang, all these good questions, guys. Y'all wrote these? Dang. Jeez.
So basically, for me, I haven't mastered the work-life balance thing. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Love it.
I'm trying to be like that. I'm trying to be the Scrum Master and project manager that have it together.
Yeah,
I'm getting there. But I would say my idea in the nearest future, what I would want for myself, a good work balance is where I've been able to get my team to be self-organized and to be able to self-manage themselves. And I have fewer meetings I am facilitating, and they can work on the sprint backlog themselves. They can report on impediments and even predict impediments that may come in. So when that happens, I definitely will be able to sit back more often and get more into my social life, because that is crying out for help right now.
So like outside of work, what are like how do you take care of yourself? Like what are some self-care activities that you do to make sure that you get through the week okay?
Oh, okay. Personally, I'm a movie head. That is like how I distress. Once I feel I feel overwhelmed, I just shut out everything. I just turn off my laptop, phone.
Sometimes you just have to disconnect.
Yes.
Yeah. Like Wi-Fi.
Like bad Wi-Fi, like spotty Wi-Fi.
I'm like, wait, what?
I feel like y'all throwing shots at me because my Wi-Fi just been acting up.
You told on yourself. We ain't on nothing.
Oh, exactly.
Y'all know I told y'all beforehand.
No, we don't know nothing.
So I do try to disconnect from everything and like just stay away from my electronics as a whole. And I watch K-dramas, like I said. I watch a lot of dramas and I watch a lot of anime. They just involve with things that makes me happy. I like to go for works, so I could just spend like an hour just walking around my estate or meditate. I do like I enjoy my quiet time. Like everyone's about, like basically I would kill for 5 minutes for everywhere to just be silent. Like the like the whole head, because I can really just center myself and really listen to myself, because there's a lot of noise outside. If you think about it, there's a lot of noise from a lot of everything. So that is how I would say I take care of myself, just like closing up everything that could be distracting and just focus on me and where I'm at and reassess where my mental state is. Do I need more time, or am I okay to go on with more work? Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I need to do the same. I don't know how I'm gonna squeeze it in because I got like 50 jobs.
I do recommend it.
I definitely got to, because like today
it's a process.
I'm booked out today. Like, oh my gosh, I got from my life is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't go to bed till like 3 a.m. That's how much stuff matter of fact, I don't even go to bed. Like, I'll be a walking zombie.
The good news with that kind of stuff is it like with practice, you see how it benefits you. So then you'll start like doing it more.
Yeah. What's some things you do, Lucky?
Well, I meditate as well. Sometimes I journal. I will also disconnect and just know like rest is good. I truly believe that. One thing about me, I'm going to get some rest. And
throwing shots, Lucky, throwing shots.
What? Dude.
I don't rest. I don't sleep. I'm a zombie.
No, but you'll be fine. Like that's what I said. Like once you just try it like one time, you'll be like, oh, like I can, I
might be like, what did I just do?
And then you'll feel so much better.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Honestly, you don't really know how hard it is to disconnect until you try it. Like your brain is what if I get a text message? What calls? And that's what you really need to shut out. Like
my brain is a 256 hard drive solid state. Won't never go out.
Yeah, they go out. They need to be restarted sometime. So we'll work on that. Don't worry about it. I got you.
I'm interested though.
I have another question I meant to ask earlier, but what are like some study materials or resources that you think someone who want to be a Scrum Master that they should take upon?
I'm gonna state the first classic, the Scrum Guide, because that's where I started my journey from. The Scrum Guide, the 2020 Scrum Guide and the 2017 Scrum Guide is a must. So basically give you like the basics of Scrum and being a Scrum Master. And I would say some Udemy courses as well. I can't really remember any precise teacher I would recommend, but yeah, Udemy has amazing courses, so you can look on that. And YouTube, podcasts, I would say Scrum Master Toolbox. They're on YouTube and they also have a podcast. Agile for Humans, Agile Coaches Corner, and also books as well. I will be focusing more on books this month. And I have like Scrum for Dummies, the Scrum Fit Guide, Training from the Back of the Room. I'm really excited about that book because the title is just so catchy.
I love that. Yeah. That sounds great.
Those you can really use to push yourself out there. Books, I'm a reader. I like to read, so I would always say like books and podcasts. They do it for me. And just starting from the basics, I've probably read the Scrum Guide like 3, 4, 5 times because I always have to go back and remind myself this is what I should be doing. So you can't really overemphasize that.
Okay, we're about to get those some links to some of those put in the show notes for people to look at.
Yeah, I've read through the Scrum Guide. I think they have another one too called Agile Manifesto. I said the name right. Which is also a good resource. Agile in Color is also a good resource. That's a website. I think it's agileincolor.com or .org. just playing around with it till you find it. We're not going to put that in the show notes. I'm just playing. We'll put it in the show notes.
No, we're not doing that. Find yourself. Hilarious.
Awful.
Play around too.
But that was a good list. That was a real solid list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think Agile and Colors are pretty good too. They have I think it's like a group where it's like a community. They kind of help people with job resources and things like that too. So definitely check that out if you're a Scrum Master. Based off my personal studies too, not even just with Scrum, but with anything that you're studying, look for virtual mentors. I don't believe in going to somebody and asking them to be my mentor, only because one, people don't really have time, and two, unless you're 100% ready to actually go full force, you don't really want to waste any time. That's how you burn bridges. But coming from me, I've been a networking king since 2006. That was 16 in 2006. I've been doing this that long. I'm 55 right now. So y'all just do the math. But
why he just slipped that in there so decent?
55.
That man is not 55, please. Please do that thing.
I ain't 55. I ain't 55 yet. But having a community of people, like that's one thing I'm learning. And I am writing a blog on this for sure. It's coming soon. I'm going to take Shanice's approach that she mentioned in the first episode. Make sure I study for my blog and take notes.
Oh, yeah.
But one thing I learned from building this all about the data community, just to give you guys a sneak peek, is when you have a community, one, it helps you learn, it helps you grow, it helps you see all the opportunities that are possible for you and for other people at the same time. So it's better and it's more fun than just having one mentor that, you probably got to book time with. You probably can only talk to them once a month, versus being in a community. You can drop a question and anyone that has the answer will be able to answer it. Like we have 2,000 plus members in the Discord. Sometimes somebody will post a SQL question and it's not always the same person that answers, because there's more people in there that, may know it. So, if you're going to get virtual mentors, I say have a multitude of them, like, kind of design your social media to have that showing up in your news feed. That way you're always seeing it, you're always understanding it. And like Ochuwa said, listening to podcasts, things to that nature. So that way you can immerse yourself, because you got to become the Scrum. You got to become the data. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm going to do this.
That's facts.
But we're going to hop into that's trademark too. Shout out to Eric Thomas. I can't take his stuff. Like, what's it called? The APA sourcing. How y'all say it in college?
I couldn't even tell you. Oh, APA, yeah.
It's APA?
Citing the work, yeah.
Yeah, so you got to look at quote, unquote, you got to look at yourself in the mirror.
You got to put the page number, the date that was said.
That was said in 2015 in the UOU video.
APA is crazy. Like, really? Did y'all really go check?
We did it.
I don't know, man.
All right, let's hop into one of the biggest questions that we about to ask. Don't be nervous. I see you looking crazy. What's going on? You ready? Man, don't look away from the camera. You gotta look at the camera. So, do you recommend no, my bad. I'm asking the wrong question. See, it's going down. Do you have 3 pieces of career advice for aspiring Scrum Masters? And I hate the word aspiring, because I feel like if you're already doing it, you're already a Scrum Master. You just got to say, I'm a Scrum Master that's waiting for somebody to hire me, till then I hire myself and I play in Jerry.
Yes, for the affirmation. Projects. I am here for it.
Amen. But what advice you got for aspiring upcoming Scrum Masters who's waiting on the job to come through?
Okay. I think my first advice is fall in love with Scrum. Wife Scrum, make him your husband, make him your wife. Love with Scrum, because you need to believe in what you're preaching. The Scrum framework works, but if you don't really know what it's talking about, it's going to be giving lectures and no one will be listening, and you won't have any idea what you're doing either. So really fall in love with Scrum. When you actually fall in love, that's when you can master Scrum, be a master of it, like Jay said. And I would say the second advice is get certified. I think that's probably like the first thing I ever did was like straight up just go get the certification, even when I didn't know much about Scrum. I just knew I had like surface knowledge. And I want to thank Jay publicly right now, because Jay actually motivated me to go get the set. I was like, I don't know anything about Scrum. Like, why would I just go get the set? I need to take this course. I need to read this. I need to read this. And he was like, go take it. Please just go. And he even sent me a link, and I went through it. I studied, and I was like, okay, I can do this. This. So I would say get certified, get that, because as much as people say certifications are important for Scrum, it is. When you look through the adverts, all you're gonna see there is CSS, PML, PSM, or SAFe. So they always ask for those certifications. So get certified. And my third advice would be try to, like Jay just said, try to reach out to people. I think that was the best thing I did personally, because I don't think a lot of people know in Nigeria what Scrum is at all. I don't know how I came across Scrum, probably by chance, probably by Twitter, definitely. Twitter really opened my eyes to like a whole lot. But like I started reaching out to people, like whether I didn't care if I got a reply or not. I just reached out to people. I would join so many community. I would just on Discord especially, and on Facebook, and I would just go through all their resources. I would just read through, and that really helped my process. That really helped me still fall in love with Scrum as well, because there were always people talking about it, why this is good, why you need this, why you should be in it. It really helped me up towards, reaching my goal. So yeah, I would say those three advice are pretty handy. Get involved in a community, fall in love with Scrum, fall head over using Scrum, and then get certified as soon as possible.
Big facts. For those who don't know, we got a Scrum section in the Discord. So, and Ocho is actually the moderator for the Scrum and the PM section. Hey. So if y'all not in the Discord, what you doing? Come on, what do you want?
Where you at?
Right? We got everything going on in the Discord, but kind of double backing off some of the things that Ochuwa said. And y'all know I talk about this all the time, and I'm going to keep talking about it until y'all actually do it. Stop being afraid and post your stuff on Twitter and LinkedIn. I'm going to keep drilling y'all. Post on LinkedIn. Y'all like, dang, Jay, how you did this? Dang, Jay, how you did that? You know what I did? I woke up and I said, I'm a post. I don't even plan my post. I just wake up and I just say, you know what? This is on my mind. Post. Sometimes it goes viral.
Sounds easy enough.
Sometimes it go viral, sometimes it don't, but I don't care, because either way, I post it for me first and everybody else second. So that's all that matters.
I heard that, yeah.
Let me make sure we got through all the questions for Scrum Master Ochuwa in the building. Y'all like my hypeness?
We do. I mean, it's 10 o'clock just about. We warming up to it.
So we gonna kind of hop off topic. We're gonna hop off the railroads real quick, because the train coming, so we gotta ask good questions. This is a personal icebreaker. Don't be nervous. Can I get a drum roll? Drum roll.
There you go, Shanice. Okay.
So what are you currently binge watching on Netflix? I already know what I'm watching. I'll say it later, but you the special guest. You the limelight right now. What you got for us?
For all my K-drama lovers, does anyone watch K-drama here? I feel like I keep seeing it, but like,
I watch
Korean drama?
Yeah, Korean dramas.
Okay, I don't, but I've heard of it. Yeah.
No, I've heard of it.
I watch A-drama.
Okay, I am currently watching. I'm currently watching Taxi Driver, and it's kind of has a blockbuster feel. But yeah, I'm currently watching that. I love movies on crime, I love supernatural movies, really, fairy tale and all that things. So that's it. I'm currently watching Taxi Driver. I'm actually watching two at the same time. I'm watching Taxi Driver and I'm watching Selling Sunset. I don't know if you guys have seen that on Netflix.
Yes, I love that. You watch Selling Tampa too?
Yeah. I'm actually on. I started the first episode, but I have to go back to that.
Yeah.
Listen, it ain't real if it ain't Harry Potter. Shout out to J.K. Rowling.
I like Harry Potter too.
Yes, Harry Potter.
I haven't seen Harry Potter.
I just looked at that Taxi Driver. It looks very interesting.
You haven't seen Harry Potter, Shanice? Oh yeah, we got to get you up to date.
It's a lot of action. It's a little.
Dude, she hasn't watched Star Wars.
It's something you can get lost in.
Dumbledore.
I tried to watch Harry Potter, but after that snake one, I was like, no, this ain't for me.
That was like the best.
Voldemort, he who must not be named.
He who must not be named.
But
what
I'm
kind
actually
of anime are you watching?
I'm actually watching All American, which is
I watched that too.
Yeah, I'm late.
I've heard of that one.
I'm late.
It's good.
I haven't seen it.
I'm gonna probably always be late. 'Cause I be so busy, but I catch up when I can. Like I remember by the time I watched You, everybody was already on like episode or season 3. Mine, You was intense though. I was like, dang, Joe Goldberg is just crazy.
I haven't seen the last one all the way because
oh my god, you gotta finish
how many people she gonna kill? Like,
can I ruin it for you?
No, he cannot. Don't ruin it.
You was tired of her killing. You was tired of the plot.
Like love now. Come on now, sis. What's going on? You gotta work some internal. You gotta work on that.
I can't. Well, wait, don't Joe be killing folks too?
Joe?
No, yeah. Joe set the tone in the first season, though. I expect him to kill Love. She getting out of hand.
Love. Oh, that one saying, can I ruin it? Oh, come on.
Wait, who ruined it for who?
Oh, he's still on season 1.
I haven't seen the. No, I haven't seen season 3.
Oh, okay.
All of season 3.
Well, you got to watch it.
I think I seen up to season 2, and that was it.
Listen, when you watch the last one, the plot twist is so crazy. You're gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
I'm currently binge watching Peaky Blinders. Have you ever seen that one?
Blinders.
What is that?
It's kind of like set back in the early 1900s.
Oh, you're talking about that cowboy type one? I know. Or is it like London or something like that?
Yeah, that's the one. It's like an English.
What is it? It's on Netflix.
I want to watch it so I
it's
can practice
good.
my London accent,
Here you go.
I wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Mine is
Don't hype him up. Don't hype him up, please.
Hey, just relax, man. Relax, man. It's a gangster thing,
Ochuwa. What anime are you watching?
I haven't watched anime in a while, but I will be starting on Kimetsu no Yaiba. That's the Japanese name. Yeah. So
what is it called?
Kimetsu no Yaiba. I'm probably more.
What's it about?
Where start from? The storyline is pretty like all over the place, but yeah, there's this demon slayer that got his whole family killed by demons, and then his younger sister got turned into a demon, and he doesn't like the town. They kill demons. If you get turned into a demon, you just kill right away. But he noticed his sister, she has a bit of humane side to her, so he basically travels with her in the backpack and protects her from anyone that wants to kill her. She's a demon, but she's trying to fight it so she doesn't kill her. So it spirals into his whole journey with trying to find a cure for the sister and meeting other people. And
this looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
That sounds good.
Amazing. Yeah,
intense.
I'm pushing you all to go watch.
Yeah,
watch.
That sounds like the one I watched. It sounds like the one I watched, the Yu Yu Hakusho. It's kind of like the same thing. Like he dies and becomes like dead, I guess, and then he has to kind of find a way to get his spirit, get his life back, like in a physical realm. So he has to go and like slay demons.
Which show?
Wait, are those both graphic? Oh my god.
No, it's not really graphic. It's called Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay, because I watch One Piece and I can stomach that, but when it comes to like graphic killing and stuff, I can't watch it. So I don't
in
watch
a cartoon.
Yeah, even in cartoons, like I just can't.
Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah,
that's old.
It's so old. I love that one.
They used to play on Adult Swim. I know that sounded familiar. I'm like, yo, why does that sound familiar? I used to watch it when I was a kid.
Big
Really?
facts, but we're gonna bring it back to my favorite part of the show, especially this one right here, is the Tech Titan. I'm real excited about this one. I'm gonna get into it after Shanice bring it out. And then we're gonna get ready to wrap up the show because we come into the hour on the hour.
We are. Where's my drum roll, please?
Man, she want a fly beat, bro.
It's Shanice.
So our tech titan for this episode is network engineering king, Dewan Lightfoot. He's been a part of network engineer community for 6 years. He has been inspiring many to get into the field. He blesses the community with great tech advice on his YouTube channel, where he also interviews professionals. Even Data J over here said he used his YouTube as a guide back in 2018 to get in networking. So, Dewan, we would just like to formally thank you and shout you out and keep doing what you do.
Yes, big shout out to Dewan Lightfoot. Most of y'all know him as Lab Every Day. Make sure you check out his Twitter, his YouTube, all of that, especially if you're trying to be network engineer, cybersecurity, all that good stuff. That was one of my first virtual mentors when I first came into tech in 2018. So, Ochuwa, you got any last words for the people before we close out?
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for having me. I'm actually, I wasn't prepared to be here. I've been nervous the whole time and like, what am I gonna?
You did good.
Yeah, you hit it well.
Thank you so much. I've basically gone to follow all of you on Twitter, so please follow me back. And I would love to
of course,
outside this platform. So thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. We'll have Ochuwa's socials in the in the show notes. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our Spotify, subscribe to Apple, join the Discord, follow all of us on Twitter, especially Lucky, our new host. Let's get her followers up. Look, if you're listening to All About the Data, if you're part of All About the Data, I need all my moderators at 10K followers, just like I'm about to hit 10K followers. We all trying to win together. So
definitely win together.
Yes, All About the Data is about teamwork. We make the dream work. You feel me? So we appreciate y'all tuning in. And again, if you want to come on the show, you can email us at allaboutthedata1@gmail.com. But y'all got to pause because my team got on me. They say, you getting too much people, man. What's wrong with you?
We booked out. We booked out.
We booked out. You know, I wasn't Drake, but I got Twitter finger crazy and just went crazy with it. So, you know,
yep.
Lucky, yeah.
But we appreciate y'all for tuning in to All About the Data podcast. So we out. Peace.